Characteristics of light. Light is a form of energy that can be transmitted without a medium. So you need to understand what the word medium means. Medium is the substance that we're traveling through. So when I walk across the room, I'm actually walking through air, so air is the medium. If I'm swimming in the pool, well, the water is the medium that I'm traveling through. Sound waves can actually travel through solid objects. So a concrete wall, for instance, would be the medium if you hear sound coming through the wall. You see in the old Western movies, people putting their ear to the track and they say, oh, I can hear a train coming. And that's actually true. Sound travels much, much quicker through solid objects than it does through the air. So if you hear, say your ear's on the train track and you hear the train coming, the medium is actually the train track. So medium is the substance we're traveling through. The neat thing about light is it travels through outer space from the sun to Earth. And we call it space because of the lack of particles there. So there's no medium for it to travel through, yet it actually can reach us. So light does not need a medium to travel through. Light in the form of electromagnetic waves gets transferred by radiation. And this is the electromagnetic spectrum. So we start with very low frequency, and as we move to the right, we get more energy, more energy, more energy, and really, really high frequency waves. So we have radio waves, microwaves, infrared light, visible light, ultraviolet light, X-rays, and gamma rays. So if I ask you, well, what are the different forms of electromagnetic radiation? These are what I'm looking for. Now, visible light is only a little tiny part of this. Okay, it's only this little tiny part in the middle, which means you can't see radio waves. You can't see microwaves. Radio waves travel through the air. We can't see it, but we have these devices called radios that transfer the radio waves. They change them into sound waves, which we can actually hear. But we can't see radio waves. We can't see microwaves, infrared light. You can't see ultraviolet light, X-rays, or gamma rays. The only part we see is this tiny little piece in here, which is visible light, which consists of 7 different colors. So visible light is only one small part of the electromagnetic spectrum. And again, when I ask you, what's the electromagnetic spectrum? I'm looking for these names. Visible light is made up of 7 different colors of light. And you probably learned when you were a kid something called Roy G. Biv, where each letter represents a color. So R for red, O for orange, Y for green, Y for yellow, G for green, B for blue, I for indigo, and V for violet. Now, I know when I look at a rainbow, or if I shine light through a prism and it separates all the colors, I find it very difficult to see the difference between indigo and violet. Indigo is kind of a purpley color, and so is violet. So sometimes it's hard to see these colors, but they are actually there. Each color in the visible spectrum has a different amount of energy. So just like different waves have different amount of energy, even within the visible light, each one has a different amount of energy.